Hello, welcome to Patch. I'm your host, Paul James. Today I'm joined by Damo Camilleri, Matto Phillips.
Hi.
The world's fucked. That's what's up.
Yes. There's no toilet paper and pasta.
And
Or hand
bread and
sanitizer,
milk and anything else, as I've
tissues.
discovered.
There's plenty of milk. You just
Just go find a cow and milk it. You'll be fine.
There's that, all right. Just because you live out in the sticks and have to make fire still and all that sort of crap.
Like Tom
Paul's
Hanks.
just jealous he can't get
Castaway.
his, fully organic grass-fed cow milk from, his farmer's market this weekend.
That's the one. No, trying to get normal stuff. I had to go, and this is pandemic hacks here. Went to the petrol station because everyone's going, I need to go to the supermarket. I need to get, and completely wiped them out of milk. I, like the genius I am, went to the supermarket, got 2 bottles. Champion.
Supermarket or petrol station?
Sorry, petrol station. I didn't go to the supermarket. And I went to the petrol
I was
station.
going to buy for the petrol station.
It was Paul's milk. It's good brand milk.
Drink
Paul's
yogurt.
milk.
Mine.
Drinking your own blood.
It's like some Doom shit. Good thing the game's coming out this week. So, while we're on the topic of the pandemic, the thing that is sweeping the world and kind of ruining everything,
not
everyone's
allowed
day
to
at the moment.
say
No, I'm not allowed to say the name or YouTube will kill us. We are going to be talking about how it ruined E3. E3 is not going to be running this year. They officially, there was some rumours. They have confirmed it, Monday or something last week? Probably Wednesday, just after we recorded. Naturally, we just missed the news on that one. But I guess the question that a lot of people are now asking is, can E3 recover? Because they had a pretty shitty year last year. PlayStation already wasn't going to go this year, and now Xbox and Nintendo and everyone else is having to fall out as well. Can E3 recover?
No, it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to exist anymore.
Go on, expand, because I think we're probably of the same mind.
If you have a game you want shared, right? You release the trailer yourself. You send it to all the reviewers and people that would have been there, and you could actually probably get your game to reach more people. Because instead of having to wait 5 hours to play your game, and just get it. And it's like, hey, by the way, this isn't costing us any money to host it on YouTube or Facebook Gaming or Twitch even if you want. Like there's
and if you're Xbox, Mixer
that no one knows about. I thought it was a music service.
Yeah. There's an ample amount of platforms. I mean, it'd be great if PlayStation just used Mixer to fuck with their, it's like, like those old commercials where they just like, this is how
with
you
Crash out in front of
games with
Nintendo.
each other, and
Oh,
they
that
just,
one.
Like, they gave the game.
Thanks.
There's multiple platforms that they can use now. So attending these things where everyone gets sick regardless of, Plague Inc., in full effect. Budweiser brew or whatever they call this thing. It's insane. It's insane to me that thing. It's the same thing that it's like, why do we have telemarketers go into the city to sit in an office on the phone when we have access to all that stuff in our houses? It's like, yeah, but people won't work. It's like, yeah, but then you can just fire them because they're not working. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like,
It's even the situation that you and I are in, for example, as both as teachers, and the fact that we're probably both tantalisingly close to having our schools shut down at the moment. Possibly,
Mate,
only takes a single case.
I'm with additional needs kids. They could have their limbs falling off, and the parents would be like, "No, they're fine. They're great."
But
It's like,
you're not obliged to work anymore, so they can just run amok in the classroom. Like we're that close, and I mean, if we didn't, to your point, like if we didn't do our jobs, like, and we've already been instructed by the department that we've got to find a way to do our jobs remotely somehow. Whether the kids do the work or not, that's a whole other thing. Whether they do their jobs, whether the kids actually work, that's a whole other thing. But we've got to make sure there's a program there for them. But if I don't do that, same sort of issue. Got a problem, I guess, and jobs can be online, so it can still work. But you're right. They don't need, and this might be the perfect opportunity to just kill E3 or at least completely reshape E3. I don't know if the both of you are aware, they actually want to, like the ESA, the people who run E3, they want to create a specific digital event. So I think they still want to try and keep everyone under their umbrella somehow, even though Xbox will probably just run what's their Inside Xbox, and Square Enix will do something. No, EXO's the big convention. They have the PSX equivalent at the end of the year, which we'll see what happens with that. But I don't know. I think it's kind of bold of them to even try and keep all these companies under their umbrella for an E3 like thing, even though it's all digital. When the companies could do it themselves, I'm not quite sure how that's going to go and whether they'll actually be successful or not. But one thing that the lot of us have actually discussed quite a bit over the course of the last few months, well before the pandemic took over, was the fact that there was a new Batman game on the way. Did you guys realise that was going to be revealed there?
At E3?
Yeah.
Oh, man. No, you just have to... That sucks.
So, Jason Schreier, possibly the best newsbreaker in the business.
Go to Mixer.
He confirmed after E3 was officially scrapped that Warner Brothers was going to have their first ever E3 showcase because they had the new Batman game, they had Rocksteady's game, so now we know that those two aren't the same thing, but I think most of us knew that, and they were going to have that new Harry Potter game, the one that got leaked a while ago, so we also know Rocksteady's not attached to that either, so there was going to be 3 big games from Warner Brothers there, and now E3 is dead for the year, so...
Oh, well, maybe they could just do a live stream on Twitch.
They could. I think it makes a lot of sense to actually do it, but...
And just still show it. Why not?
Yeah, and send your game to everybody. I don't get this, like, you know, I get exclusivities, like, you know, the best thing ever, like kind of like toilet paper at the moment, like it's an exclusive thing to have. You know, I don't get it.
Only for the rich, the famous, or the insane.
Stupid. Just the plain stupid.
Go straight into the shower, like it's fine.
Yeah.
It is. But it's like...
Do you like that guy's on eBay where he's sold 1,800 rolls of toilet paper at $27 a piece?
For a toilet roll?
He's managed to... for a proper pack of, I don't know, whatever, 20
Where
or whatever
did he steal them from?
I don't know where he's got 18,000 things of toilet paper, but he got it.
If you go to Burground in Mooney Ponds, sponsor us, if you spend over $20...
If you're still in business after all this is done.
You get a free roll of toilet paper, so
nice.
You know, there's that. But like, yeah, I don't get E3 anymore. Like, I don't get these like events to host, and like, you know, I get what I don't get is opening it to the public. That was the one thing that didn't. I think it just because it ruined it for every media person. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, awesome, that game that I was going to play and review there's 4-hour wait even with my media pass, like.
At which point the media pass becomes redundant unless you actually manage to get an appointment.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, cool, this is just like going to Disneyland or whatever. I don't know, World or whatever.
And also, if you're a media person, they'll just give away your details anyway, and then you'll get doxed.
Yeah, like it's
just like last year.
Just another reason not to go.
Yeah.
What
about
up there?
I don't know. It's to me, it's just come to its eventual end. Like we've reached a point where information is such an easy, accessible point that it doesn't need to be hosted in a huge convention.
Yeah.
Well, if the internet goes down, yes.
Oh, then the Walking Dead is finally here.
But no,
where the zombies aren't walkers, they're not runners, they're people with trolleys full of toilet paper.
They're clickers.
Yeah, there could be that. But I'll start this next question with you. So one of the main things in Damo you kind of mentioned a moment ago is like people go in there and they play the previews and they do reports and all those sort of things. How about the various demos and stuff? How could is there, because that was the other main part. Yes, there was the press conferences and we all got to watch that, whether you were a media person there or us on the couch watching. What about the demos and all those sort of things that people go and play? Any ideas how we could resolve that bit?
Yeah, just put it on your little game console thing and just put it up for like 5 days.
Oh yeah, I mean
it's like what Ubisoft do. You get like a little free trial for like 2 days, and then it goes.
Yeah,
it's like Final Fantasy VII the same thing with the demo.
Well, I think the demo's still there, but yeah,
still there, but it has like an expiry, doesn't it? Or no?
Probably when the game comes out.
Yeah, I don't know. Why don't they just have like a 3-day little event, and when the 3 days are done?
That's actually not a bad idea. I don't know if either of you...
or Sony?
Yeah, no. Sign him up. Sign him up. You can be in comms, you can be in PR, HR, maybe just kick Phil Spencer out and run the show. That works. Well, actually, yeah. Now that you mentioned, that's a really good point. With the Game Awards last year, Jeff Keighley had and admittedly it was for indies, so the scale of the whole thing's a bit different. Versus, let's put a playable demo of Horizon Zero Dawn 2 up there. But Jeff Keighley had a whole bunch of indies that were available on Steam for like 5 days, I think it was, around the Game Awards, and they were things that weren't out. And there's a whole bunch of Play 2 plays up on the YouTube channel, so go check that out too if that's your thing, listeners/viewers. But yeah, he made a whole bunch of those available just as part of like a celebration of the Game Awards. So your point's actually not a bad one. It would be harder, I guess, with the AAAs because there's more things that could go wrong. But I don't see why not.
Or you could just have that little audio thing like they do with Cyberpunk. This is not the final game. Some things may change before release.
It's probably not going to work. Live with it.
It's going to crash. It's just a demo. Relax.
The thing that sucks though is we're not going to, if regardless of why we're not going to have an E3 this year, supposing it's dead going forward, we're not going to get Kevin Butler moments. Pew pew. We're not going to get your breathtakings and all those sorts of things. That side of things is going to suck.
Okay,
that's the human aspect.
That's where you would have to have and beautiful announcements and reveals and things like that. It all gets a little taken away, but that's where you would go. Who are the most important people to have there?
Three of us.
It's like, I would say yes.
Yeah, we'll host it. We'll do it outside.
Yeah, we'll be the host.
Unfortunately, I would.
We'll host it in like that spillway in
a
Los
bubble.
Angeles.
In a bubble too, so we don't get corona. I mean the thing.
What?
Beers.
What?
You have to beat that
Coronas.
out.
Beer.
They're great.
Old beers.
9 Coronas.
I believe it's 19 Coronas.
Yeah.
9 Coronas. God, Weird Al Yankovic. Maybe you should just hashtag that. Hashtag
Weird Al.
9 Coronas. But but that's the thing, right? So you have the human element, and that's amazing, and it's fantastic, and people love it. But what is the point of diminishing returns? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that was awesome, and it's like, yep, that was cool. But I mean, I watched the Nintendo Directs, and they're fantastic, and they don't need anything. They don't need your breathtaking moment or whatever. They just do what they do.
Do this.
Yeah, they just. Ooh, that,
How you going there?
That click made my screen go cool.
How's it all going? It's just like,
But you're right. The Nintendo Direct presentation is pretty awesome these days.
Yeah, so they've nailed it.
I want to see more Doug.
Imagine,
Yes. Doug Bowser.
Doug.
Reggie just rocks up and punches him in the face this is the real Smash Brothers brother.
He's too busy running GameStop these days.
Ah, yes. GameStop, did you see that? GameStop stocks increased by 9% since he took over.
Oh, since he took over, I thought it might have been since the world fell apart, because what else are you going to do? Sit inside and play video games?
It's like all those streamers are really struggling right now with this thing.
Plague.
Yes.
They're all
Plague
they're
Inc.
really struggling.
The computer in
tough
Area
time.
51.
Well, Steam's loving it.
Plague Inc on the wrong computer.
Steam's loving it. This past weekend, they had their top day ever with nearly 20 million concurrent users.
Oh, that's
So
fantastic.
there's a few people benefiting out of this whole disaster.
Oh, Gabe's having a fun time.
Gabe's having a great time.
Oh, with his Thunderhorn.
Just doesn't need to go to work. Just let the money roll in. In fact, he probably hasn't been to work in 10 years anyway, but, that's life.
Bank account gone, oh, wait, hang on.
What's happened here? Internet, world news. Ah!
Half-Life 3? What are you talking about?
Oh, imagine the people going, hey, let me try Half-Life, putting on the headset, and there you go, they've got it too.
Half-Life patch
That's right,
version 3.
head crabs on their head.
Head crabs?
That's what it's called, the head crab.
Oh, I thought you were talking about lice.
No, not lice.
I thought that was the code we're giving it.
No.
Head crab.
Head crabs. If you've got flu-like symptoms, a dry cough, and you're living in Italy, you have head crabs. No, but
Will it be back next year?
I doubt it.
Because they're saying it will be.
If it is the smaller, downsized version where it's a very small, limited press release, and
With it in our bubble.
they do the Disney thing, aka the Cartman Land thing, where they make it so exclusive that like it drives people wild to want to come back. Till eventually, even the gaming companies want to come back, and then it just becomes a big thing, and they rinse and repeat. Like, I mean, I have a feeling that that's what the world is going through right now. Like, hats off to Vince McMahon. Like, yeah, I'm not canceling WrestleMania. It's like,
right.
the world is on fire right now. He's like, yeah, it's $150 million I'm going to bring to Tampa, and the mayor's like, I'm not going to cancel it yet. It's like I'm gonna read some more information. It's like money talks.
Apparently, wrestling can save the world.
Hey man, it's so hard to catch them in a huge outdoor arena. Like it's, anyway, it's silly. But
Just
like,
a slight wind, surely that'd be fine. Slight breeze.
yeah, like what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know if that's how it works or not.
Yeah,
No
just
one
don't get
knows.
social distancing.
yeah, exactly. Just
Maybe
do
just
this.
put the chairs apart 1.5 meters. The big spaces.
Yeah, no handshakes, no high fives, no fist bumps, because that's your chance to pass it. Just devil horns for everyone.
Do the too sweet, you know. Do the wrestling thing. That's why all the wrestlers are right. Or do the Spock, or my favorite one, the foot taps. Do the soccer
Foot
thing.
taps.
Yeah,
Just kick
What
shoes.
what about the knee whack?
the knee whack. Oh, I like the one where you just grab the guy on the balls and you're just like, yeah, Bangkok, and then you walk off. Fantastic.
We're basically just bringing our own memes to the podcast here.
Yeah.
All the stuff that, all the stuff people are loving during this global mess. So E3, Matto, what do you think? Is it going to recover? Are they going to be back next year? Because again, they are saying they'll be back next year.
I don't know. They need to have a sit down and have a good rethink and go from there. I know it's sort of hard to come back from the whole leaking situation to this, and companies not wanting to go anyway, like Sony for the 2nd year in a row. Damo.
Well, I don't know what I look like, so
All right.
my camera.
I mean, they can start by guaranteeing that everyone who attends is going to have their information secure. That'd be a good starting point.
That'd be a good start. Maybe get a new provider, security provider.
Yeah.
That'd be a good start. Or maybe just put it on a piece of paper, then just burn it when they're
Yeah.
done.
Just let anyone in. Don't ask them to pay. Don't require any details. Just let them all go in. It'll be fine.
Let 'em
What could
in.
possibly go
They'll
wrong? No one's going to steal a PlayStation or an Xbox.
They'll just get shot.
Question: Are those two machines? This is a side note, but those two boxes, are they going to come out this year with all these issues? Are they still going to hit? Presumably October was probably the goal. Is it going to happen?
What? Look, I've got a friend living in China, and he reckons things are going back to normal now.
Yeah, I read news on that too, where it went from like this much to about to the floor
Yeah,
because they're getting their act together and actually
they pretty much locked people in their rooms and things like that that were sick, delivered them food like a proper government should. If you can't, if you don't want people to leave their houses, I think their schools are opening up and stuff like that. It's going back normal. So
Good to
that
hear.
means all the factory workers are going back and everything will be produced again.
So we'll get our
Yay.
PlayStation, we'll get our Xbox, we'll get our Horizon Zero Dawn 2 and our Halo Infinite.
Well, if
Yeah,
they
of
do what we're
course.
doing now, so put everyone in quarantine and this whole just flattens out, I reckon we could be back on track for a whatever the release is meant to be.
Yeah,
Sweet.
didn't you predicted a really good release time, didn't you, for the PlayStation?
October
Oh,
2020.
We did come up with dates, didn't we? Yeah.
October
Oh.
20
I'll have to go and check those out.
or
October
10 20 20 20.
Yeah.
It was October 20, I swear.
Yeah, right, I'm
There's
with
something about October
Oh,
20.
that works because it would be like 60 minus 10 gives you 50. PlayStation 5.0.
That'll get patched.
Sounds like the logic.
5.1,
5.1. Yeah.
and those perks will be fixed.
Oh,
Yeah. onto
we'll
it.
fix them perks.
Whatever
Any-
happened to that guy?
any closing thoughts at all?
Look, I've been pretty vocal about it. Look, I really truly think that not that it's seen its end, but you just it needs a reboot. It's just it's like one of those like some events that just get run every year. You think they're going to get better and better, but this has been on a slow decline. Unfortunately, I don't mean anything to the event organizers and things like that. It's just the times.
You got to
have
think
moved so
outside the
fast.
box.
Yeah, everything's moved so quickly and things have changed so much that it's kind of hard to
Yep.
be like, oh, this is we've
We
got
do like
people
what is it?
doing things.
Comic Con does
Yeah.
have
do they
like
do?
exclusives
Oh, yeah.
at the event.
Yeah.
Then people might start thinking, go, ooh,
Yeah,
Yeah, it
E3
works.
exclusives. Like, bring that back.
I mean, I think they've just got to realise that they're not going to make the huge amount of money that they used to make on it. If they go all digital, and this year they're probably going to be forced to, if they can kind of convince the companies to go, look, let's just save all your stuff, that's fine, do your digital presentation, but let's put it all under this big umbrella in the middle of June like we always have. We'll subsidise some of your costs. It'll be great for all of us, and then we'll be able to like do some little mini events that go in and around it that maybe get the consumers involved or whatever. Like, then they don't need to get everyone together. They can splinter off and do things at their own pace, and it makes them a bit more flexible. And in fact, for the ESA, it spreads E3 out for longer, so that's probably even better news for them. But if they go digital first with the presentations, that probably makes life a lot easier, because that's how the majority of us consume it anyway.
it could be a good test for them for next year if they
Yeah.
do try it. Then they
Yeah.
can go, ooh, this works. How can we make this better?
People don't hate it.
People don't hate it. Yeah, it could work. You never know. People might be surprised.
I mean,
Or people just won't care.
well, like we've enjoyed E3 previously, and what have we done? We've sat on the couch and we've watched it. We haven't actually been there. So if the bulk of people are enjoying it in that format, then, and you also get a lot of press people who do attend, and they're like, I'm there because my job requires me to be there. I'd actually rather be watching this, and I'd get more out of this, and I'd be more productive if I was sitting on my couch, because the reception's shit house inside and all that sort of stuff.
Then they don't have to go from one room to the other, then
Oh,
go
well, that
back
was-
to the other room, then
That
go
was PlayStation's
4Ks
fault.
down the road to get to the next one.
That was bad.
That was bad.
Well, it looked amazing, but it was bad how they made it work.
Yeah. Was that like Bethesda or something that did that?
No, that was PlayStation.
Oh, it was
They
PlayStation.
had The Last of Us set, and then they took you to a different place. Like they actually set up the set, which is like from
Put
the
bags
that
over your
cutscene
head.
where there's
Everyone
and-
walked in a chain.
and then took you over to the Ghost of Tsushima thing, and then they had there was like a 15-minute gap in the middle there where they just threw to live
Then they pulled
presenters.
then they pulled the bags off, and it was Ridge Racer.
Yeah, Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer.
Oh, classic E3. So I don't know, it could work. So Matto, what about you? Any closing thoughts at all, or are we just gonna make sure that this year is the year of Ridge Racer?
Just everyone just calm down. Stop buying toilet paper. You don't need it.
Don't tell
And
me what to
everything will be
do, man.
fine.
Don't
You
tell
don't
me
need
what to do.
100 rolls of it. All right.
Fucking kill
Just-
you, bitch.
Hey, I'm a responsible person. I just buy one packet because that's all I need. Don't need to buy 17 of them because what are we going to do with 17 packs?
Is it
Sell them on eBay.
No, I'm not that greedy.
Do you buy 3-play?
Yeah.
Like any sensible person.
Yeah. So if you had bought 4-play, we called you a psychopath because that shit's terrible. And you had bought 2-play,
come
I've been
on.
like, mate, you are the devil. And if you
That's
had bought
like
1-play,
that's like
I'd be
razor
like,
blades. You
"Ah,
don't need
1-play."
5 blades. Just 3. 3's fine. Don't need 5.
I think my
It's
current ones have
Yeah,
5 in them.
12 blade razor.
It's 12
It'll
blade
shave your
razor
fucking
with
skin off.
automatic heating.
I mean,
and
that'd be
gel.
kind of cool.
That
Let's
would
do
be
that.
cool.
Let's
Hey,
do that.
Gillette. Come on.
Paul, there is no razor that's sharp enough to shave your goddamn arm hair, okay?
I wasn't talking about my arms.
Oh, there's that cream. Get that cream that just takes
wax
I
it
tried
off.
to use it. All it did was grow back just as fast. It just like melted off and it just.
That's not a thing at all. But anyway,
Is it was it like the Santa Claus where he just shaved it all off? It just grew back instantly.
yeah,
Just-
yeah.
Yeah, but with better CG.
Better CG.
So on that note, that ends this episode of Patch. If you enjoyed it and the conversation about my arm hair, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons down the bottom. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes more Patched, The Insider, Player 2 Plays, Late Game Review, Gamer School, and a whole bunch more. We do have an episode of the Late Game Review sitting in the bank ready
We
to
said
go.
that 2 weeks ago. We said it was going to be uploaded that week.
I still haven't even done the thumbnail or the article, but you've got the video done. I've watched the video. It's just that the rest of you can't. So eventually, soon
5
enough,
people cared. 4.
it's
oh no,
it's a
Damo,
we've lost Damo.
No, Damo. We've lost him.
His video's gone.
Oh.
Here he comes.
He's back.
For written content, visit the website player2.net.au for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news features. We've got a whole bunch of stuff relating to Doom Eternal this week. Matto, you've already done some Player 2 plays for the original game and for Doom 2.
Oh, you know what else I can check out reviews?
Go on.
Some headphones.
Yes. Wear shills. The Razer
Oh,
headphones.
Alienware.
Thank
Some
you.
Alienware
The
goods as
Alienware
well.
stuff. A review for Ori and the Will of the Wisps on Xbox now. It's amazing.
Man-Eater.
Man-Eater,
Man-Eater.
that video is popping off. I don't quite get that, but I guess people love Jaws, so it makes sense.
Have we done podcasts?
Yep, we've got the podcast. So there's Patched, obviously the audio form, the Player 2 Pixel Cast, and Dev Diary.
Award-winning Dev
There you
Diary.
go. There you go. We've got some awesome guests there on the show and more to come, so go check that out. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks. At the lower tiers, early access, higher tiers, episode exclusives, and if you're a patron at any tier, when the Player 2 5-year anniversary magazine comes out in just a few short months,
In
you'll
the
just get a
6th year.
yeah, maybe in the 6th year at this rate. It's taking a while. I've been talking about it for a while now. But you will get a free copy just for being a patron. No extra pledge required, no certain tiers. You just get one for being a top person.
$1.
Especially you, King Kong Long Dong, that's probably still there.
Still there.
King
And-
Kong, long dong.
So patron and get on top of it. Finally, there's Twitter. Damo, you are.
At Tacos Talks.
Matto.
Matto_Phil.
Paul James Games for me. The website is Player2AU. And until next time, survive the pandemic. Please. You've got good games to play.
Less toilet paper, you fools.